G'day everyone. We're gonna have a fun one today. We're gonna have a look at this Divoom Pixoo64. It's a 10.3-inch digital picture frame. Now, unlike other digital picture frames which have high resolution, this does quite the opposite. And as you can probably know straight away, it is hitting that pixel art. So more of a boxy look to it and things like that, especially Minecraft at the moment. It is the Minecraft movie out, so this is getting into that. And I know from the crypto market, the NFTs, what sells really well is, and does really well, is those pixel art. And this really hits into that niche there. Now, as a disclaimer, Divoom did actually send this out to me to have a look at, and I've been playing with it for a bit of time, and I've got to say, I have really enjoyed my time with it. It is very customizable, and there are a few little things that you can kind of have little nuances that could be improved, but overall, generally, I have actually really enjoyed it. Now, when I say pixel arts, it has a big community behind it. You can very easily customize on the pixel arts. You can create some of those. You can actually take some pictures, as you can probably notice. I've got a rotation going on for a few I've actually selected, and you'll see one of them is that picture of myself, which I recently, and you can just straight away bang into it. It'll just convert it to automatically. Now, there is a lot of customization you can do on the Divoom Pixoo64, and especially of the pixel art. You can see now it's actually really easy to load. Really, once you've actually installed the Divoom application on your mobile phone or your tablet, then you can pretty much go to the community, which is at the middle, and then you can actually go through. There's actually a lot. It's a big community they can actually put in through. So I can just basically set up for at the moment nature. I'm just going to go to like basically this one here. I just click on it, and then it basically loads it up. As you can see, it's really easy. And again, there's a huge community of people actually creating things, but I'm really going to show you where you can have a lot of fun. Now, I've spent a lot of times, probably a couple hours on just choosing different ones, just having fun, see what other people have created their seasons. At the moment, it is Easter seasons there. So it's actually really kind of cool that we actually can do this. So it's really nice. You can see that. I'm just going to ignore this at the moment, but at the moment, there you go. That's really easy. It just loads it up. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you how to actually, you can even design your own view. So at the moment, I've got a few designs, but let me go create another one there. So you can actually make your own, and then you can add in some more frames here, and then it goes through there. So if I just pixel it up at the moment, it's because this application isn't designed for your nice tablet mode in my fold here, but once you're in here, it's actually a lot easier to actually see. So I'm now just going to show you what I've created before. So I'm going to do an animation for you, and pretty much I've got a few going through. Now, this little mouse one which I've created is actually just me before filming this. I actually created that nice little animation. I'm going to do one live with you at the moment, just so you see how much fun it is. And I'm going to do it with this little nice little toy I've got here. That's just to make it a little bit fun here. So let's do that right now. So I'm just going to click on this one here. Go to camera, and I'm going to add that. Go to camera, and it's going to take a photo. I'm just going to do a quick photo. Bang, right here, so you can see that. It is go OK to that. I'm just going to kind of keep that here. Done. It's going to add that frame to it. I'm just going to go to cover, and then I'll add another one to it. At the moment, it's already, as you can see, it's already loaded up. I'm going to do this down here. So I've just moved it. I'm going to take another photo, camera, and at the moment it's gone to this side. So I'm just going to go down here. I'll use it as OK. Done. We'll add another one here. Let me bring that back. I'll just exit and I'll go back into it just only because I'm in. Well, actually, you can actually see that straight away. So let's just use that at the moment. So I've actually got that already animation. So I'm just going to go add it to my custom board, which I've added in before. So that you're going to see. I'm just going to add that into there. I'm going to go to the Pixel community. Now I can go to my gallery or me. At the moment, me is pretty much what I've got, and I'm going to go to my local gallery, which is what I've set up. There's the little one I've just created there, and I've got it at the moment like play seconds. You can have different timers here. I've got 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Display timers. You can have activate time, show time. Go OK, and I'm just going to do this, and then you'll actually see that. Hopefully you'll see that for about 10 seconds,
And then it goes to my logo. The next one should be actually the animation of this little one I've just created just now. So we'll just have a wait for that on that. So there you go. There it is. Just nice little, that's just photos there itself. So you can actually create some pixel art by drawing things. That's kind of cool. Now there is also other things where you can go alarms itself, and this will create alarms. It does have a little small speaker there. It's not like really used for music, but it'd be nice at the moment. I see that they have got to transfer music over there, but at the moment it's really just some sounds there more than anything else. You can start the stopwatch. I can just start it up. So at the moment we've got a stopwatch going through. These are just nice little fun things here. Countdowns, even got a noise meter because it does have a microphone. Now the microphone is a different microphone. Its microphone isn't really to kind of spy on you. It's really just to take pretty much what's, as you see, just things like this where it can do your noise meter, and really it's not really to take much else commands from you at all. That's pretty much it. It's to use for sort of the visualizer. So if it listens to music, and a clock. Now just going to the visualizer, so it's on here. I'm just going to add that as a quick step. You can have a whole bunch of different ones here. So I'm just going to add this one here. There we go. Now we just have the audio, so that's just using the microphone. As you can see, that's just listening to my thing. So I'm just going to maybe make it a little bit more easier for the waves things. Also, I'm just going to keep quiet. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to put that for here, but at the moment you can choose some other ones here. But like I said, it's just nice to actually be able to create your own and have a bit of fun on this. And you can have some sleep timers. You can actually change the brightness of the actual Pixoo64. It's also got some night modes here. And I'm just going to bring you up to some device settings here. And you can have some like light intensity. You can actually change the actual night mode, so it actually dims the thing. Now, one of the things is the time shutdown. It'll be nice to actually shut it down and automatically wake it up, as it is powered pretty much on all the time by a USB. Now, it'd be nice to have a battery, but I can see that this can drain batteries quite fast, so that's probably the reason why it hasn't got a battery. But I also like to see a startup timer. That would be definitely a great idea. So you don't have this night mode where it just dims it down. I'd rather just turn it off completely and then schedule turn it on. That would be fantastic if that happens. You can also set your time zones and some auto updates. And also this is a really interesting way you actually mirror the reverse. So I think the easiest way for me to do this is if I just quickly just show you on something that's got text, and this is more for streaming at the moment. So at the moment I've got it facing towards quite good on the camera, but if you're on the webcam, this is very useful for this, which you do the mirror reverse. So you'll see this actually reverse in the other way around, and that is for, I'm just going to bring up the politeness back up again. Yeah, and that will just help with the streaming for the webcams, as that doesn't really flip it around, but some software does flip it around, but that's about it. So just give you an idea on that. Now it does take a little bit of time to actually gather the data from here, but I'm just going to turn that reverse back off, so as I don't really run that reverse here. Now that's just a quick go through the actual software itself, and like I said, you can design your own, which is really nice fun to do. To make some things like here. Just on color, and from there, that's basically it's just on there, and you can just get an idea of what you can do. You can do text, and you can draw. You can actually paint shades. Yeah, this could be creative as much as you want to be, but it'd be definitely nice if we can actually have an API where we can actually create these. Whoopsie daisy, it's just worked out what I've done, but I definitely love to see some APIs where we can actually create these. Like I like to actually make some of these myself, where I can actually call on some web data. That'd be kind of cool, but at the moment it is locked down to Divoom to actually create these what we say counters and things like that, where you can actually grab data from the internet itself. Else, for the time being, we've pretty much got a gallery where we can actually create art and or take photos and then upload it to this Pixoo64.
Once frames it, which actually can do, like for example, your social media. It does some view counts. Like for me, I've got set up, which is the YouTube, and it actually starts loading up. Now you can actually connect your YouTube, well, actually looks to the public side of things. So connect any YouTube channel. At the moment, I've got to connect it to my one. You can see the subscribe count and view counts. There is some limitations to it, and which is pretty much before 1,000 subscribers, it pretty much goes by 10 by 10, which is actually fine. But once it hits 1,000, then it goes by hundreds. So it'll be nice actually to have a connector to your analytics where you can actually get a much more accurate. But at the moment, it's just the whole public and gives you a roundabout sort of idea. They can do the same with Twitch, and there's a few other social medias.
Let's have a quick look at the mounting options here. Now, we actually have quite a variety, but just to firstly point out, the USB-C goes into the back here. That's a USB-C port, and actually give you a nice braided, quite good quality braided USB-C cable. Now it's around about, well, let's say about 2 meters long, which is absolutely fantastic. Now it is very specific that you need to power this Divoom Pixoo64. You need at least 2 amps on this to actually, so probably something like the iPad charger could be able to, but you probably need to buy a specific one here for it. Now, at the moment we can see here, you can actually mount it like your normal pictures, so you can put this upside again. If this is upside down, you can, on the app itself, you can flip it around. And with this here, we can also just show you above here, right here is just a stand. So you can just pop this out. And then, as you saw before, you actually down here, and then you just bring it all the way up, push it in, and then all the way up, and then twist it. Once you actually rotate it and then push it up, that's actually stay there. So you can stand this Divoom Pixoo64 up itself. Now there are other options to move this around here, and I'm just going to unplug this so you can see it's USB-C. And what you do have on the bottom side, you've actually got 2 threads here, which comes with, for this actually does come these screws, these hangers here. So you actually screw that in, and then you can actually have pretty much a string or wire, which you can see exposed. That's one way if you wanted to do that. Another way is on the other end, which is the top side. You also have another tripod thread, which you can actually put on a tripod if you want to. So that is nice to do. And this, again, this is also the same size. So again, you can put it as a tripod, just to give you an idea, actual tripod threads there.
The Divoom Pixoo64, I have seen them sold and retail here locally where I live in some of the bricks and mortar stores, like for example Harvey Norman, and they pretty much retail for just under $200. Now I'm sure you'll be able to pick it up online for a little bit more better price than that, and I'll put a link in the description below. Now I do have some affiliates, which also gives you an extra discount, so again look at the description below for those links there. But generally the build quality of this is a great gift, and also the actual funness and also just the look of it is absolutely fantastic because it's quite large compared to your other smart displays like Google Home, which does a little bit more, but it's a lot smaller, and also the Alexa homes as well too. But this is definitely quite a nice simplify if you want something and give that nice pixels look of the thing. I've spent a fair bit of time playing around choosing a little thing, and it's very customizable for it. So it is generally quite a nice gift or great product to have in your home office, spice it up, or like for example studio. This is definitely a great recommended product here. Now I hope you find this video informative, enjoyed it. If you did, even support my channel, smash that like button for me, share this video, it does help me out. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.